Shivam, let me tell you, the police, of course, their priorities are all flawed. If you really look at it, right from the start of the case and the way they carried out the investigation, they failed to follow protocols, due protocols under the Pocso Act. It somehow appears that they treated this case as a regular case. They haven't given this the seriousness that a Pocso case really needs to be treated with. And right from the start, they have not called the Seer for questioning. They allowed him to stay at the Mutt, the same Mutt where the girls were living in the same premises, in the hostel within the Mutt premises. The girls were taken for a major report to the crime spot, when the Seer, the accused Seer, was living very much at that Mutt at that point. So he was very much present when the victims were there carrying out the major report with the police. The police were drawing out a major report along with the victims, which is dead against the Pocso Act. So on many levels, there have been failures on the part of the police. So them putting up barricades outside the Mutt or trying to give protection to the Mutt at this point, clearly they're trying to show that the police is serious in ensuring justice. But these are only for the optics, at least from seemingly from what it looks like, because of the kind of delay that they've committed. 7 days of delay. Okay. Whatever they're doing right now is not assuring enough that they're on the right path. But at least finally, after India Today's much pressure, we know that they've taken this up seriously and arrested the Seer, which otherwise wouldn't have happened. Believe me, the Mutt is very wealthy. The Lingayat Seer himself is very rich. The fact that he was out in 7 days and no medical test was done absolutely alters the course of investigation for a free and fair investigation. And also the fact that a medical test wasn't done, one can only imagine the delay. What would it result in?
Stay with me for a moment, Nabila. I have K. Parshuram, the superintendent of Chitradurga Police, joining me on the broadcast. Okay, give me a moment as I try and re-establish that link with the superintendent of police of Chitradurga, K. Parshurama, for more on the story. I'll re-establish that link, but Sagai Raj, I want to understand from you. Nabila says, and this is the information that we've been getting all along, that the police were very slow to act in this case. First, the 6-day delay, then delay in recording the statement of the 2 victims, which was finally done, of course, under Section 164 of the CRPC, then taking the victims to the same place where the accused was also there. How is the police explaining all of this, Sagai Raj?
The police is not giving any kind of explanation. We confronted the SP of Chitradurga this evening. He went on to say that they are collecting evidence. They did not open their mouth when it comes to investigation. They are saying they are investigating and collecting evidence because we have covered several stories of Pocso, and it is very serious in nature because it's a non-bailable offense, and you can't even show any single piece about the victim or a survivor in this particular case, including the house, family members, friends, or anything. That you cannot show anything on media. And despite with this kind of a high profile and a sensitive case, the police took their own sweet time, and probably there is some kind of political pressure on them, because we have seen the statement from the politicians, like how they are backing the Seer, saying that he is innocent. It was a conspiracy within the Mutt, and following that the police were unable to take any kind of action. There was no action on the Mutt or anybody. Okay. Only today they had picked up Rashmi for questioning, and she was being detained. So far they have not announced that she was being arrested, because she was the first person to pick up, and following that now the Seer, Shivamurthy Sharanaru, is been arrested, because they didn't say he was being detained. They claim that he's been arrested. So arrested comes only after they do their routine process. Yes, probably they might have done a medical test inside the Mutt much before he was being picked up, or they might be taken him to magistrate house. We are heading towards magistrate house to find out the truth. So far the police is not answering our phone calls. Police is not revealing where he is being taken and why he is being taken. See, this is a protocol which has been followed. Once you pick up or arrest a person, you have to take him for a routine medical test. What we also get to learn through our sources is that the doctors were called to the Mutt to do a routine medical checkup, and after that the police directly announced that he's been arrested. Now we reached one of the local courts here in Chitradurga, and we are trying to find out whether the Shivamurthy Sharanaru was being brought here, or
Will he be? What is the next? So where is he now? Where is he at the moment? Where is he now at the moment? So where is he at the moment? Can you tell us where is he at the moment? Will he be produced before the court?
We will produce a
Before the judge? Will he be produced before the judge?
No, I'm not getting live, you know.
Did you get the live frame? Did you get the live frame?
ಹೋಗ್ಯಾನ
Right